Hello everyone, this is General Hand Grenade. It's good to see you again. Um, this isn't going to be a very long video. There's a couple of new people that I wanted to give shout outs to, and those people are the reason I thought I'd make a short video today is because they're in the path of the Hurricane Irma right now. My heart goes out to everybody. I've been watching TV there, and it's just awful what the pictures that we're seeing from down there. Um, Hurricane Harvey to begin with, they had a lot of flooding up in Houston, and now Hurricane Irma that's just beating the crap out of Florida. I was glued to my TV for a couple of hours yesterday. I was doing some gaming over the weekend as well. But anyway, it's just heartbreaking when you see people work their whole lives to be able to afford a home, and I know that because I mean I've been working my whole life and to afford my home and my cabin at the lake, and it doesn't feel very good when something like that happens. I've had trees come down and things like that at the lake, but nothing like what you're seeing down in Florida right now. So my heart goes out to all of them. Um, we got a couple of people on accessnowlives.org that I know of. Wolf Shanzy, he's in Pensacola. I haven't heard anything about Pensacola yet, but that's in the north up there. The storm is probably not as strong up there as it was when it first made landfall in the south. In Requester 45, he's in Riverview. Haven't heard anything about. I know you posted something on accessandallies.org this morning. You said you were going to take pictures when you got back home again. You went. I think you said you went to Atlanta. So hopefully everything is okay for both of you guys. Um, you do a lot of posting on accessandallies.org, and I appreciate people like that a lot because I learn a lot from them, and it's a good place to exchange ideas, you know, um, and learn more and more about the game and more about other things as well. Like we don't just talk about Access and Allies, although thankfully that's mostly what we talk about. We try really hard to stay away from politics, and every once in a while somebody has something political to say, but the internet is full of that stuff, and I see that stuff too. Like I go and look for that stuff, but when I go to accessandallies.org, I appreciate the fact that it's kind of like a safe haven away from all of that crap that seems to dominate our life in this day and age right now with all that's going on. Anyway, there's a couple of new YouTubers that I want to talk about. Gijoe, he's already had a couple of people talk about him. I think it was who was it there? The Big E. He was the first one I think to come across his channel, and he said something about him, and then Grasshopper went and checked him out, and then I went and checked him out. I'd been meaning to do it, but I was busy at the time, and so finally when I went there, I thought, holy crap, this guy's channel is really good. He makes good videos. He does good camera work. Right now, what he's doing is he's got an unfinished basement, and so over the course of the next few months, or probably over the course of the winter, I don't think he's in a really big hurry to do it. He's going to be turning his basement into a war room, and so if you want to follow along with that, like he's going to show you every step of the way. He's going to show you building his table and whatever else. I'm not sure whatever else he's going to do. I know he's waiting for a friend that does construction, so it must be lots that he's doing, right? But that's going to be neat. And he does a lot of also of customizations. He just posted a video yesterday of some pieces he got from Shapeways, and he painted them. So he's big into his customizations. He's got one of Grasshopper's maps. Um, so that's G.I. Joe. He's in Atlanta. So hopefully the storm is a lot weaker when it gets to you, Joe. I know it's going to rain hard and there's going to be some wind, but hopefully there's not going to be any damage like we've seen down in Florida there. I have a feeling there's going to be a bit there, but it's not going to be anything like in the south. Hopefully, got my fingers crossed for you, bud. Anyway, Joe also he's very well spoken, and he's also a history buff, as many of us are who play Axis and Allies, and particularly World War II. And he's got a trip coming up to Normandy, and so he says he's going to film a lot of that, and when he goes to Normandy, and so we'll be able to see some of the things. Like maybe he'll go into bunkers and stuff. Like I don't even know what's there. They must have preserved some of it, so he's going to do that. And he says he likes to go to other places like that as well. So that'll be interesting anyway to see that. He's going to do that, and mostly it's going to be Access Now as videos, but he's also going to do a history thing on it, and building his bunker there. So that'll be neat. So best of luck to you down there in Atlanta, Joe. And then just a brand new one we have here, Cronus 701 Axis and Allies. He's in Jacksonville, and I think the storm probably hit a little harder there. I think it's there right now. I was just looking on the TV, and yeah, it's just, again, I don't know that it's going to be as bad as it was in the south, but it's going to be bad. I think bad enough. I don't know the Jacksonville area or much of Florida. I've only been to Florida once, and that was to get on a cruise ship. So I only spent one day there, right? What was it? Fort Lauderdale, I think. Isn't that where the cruise ships leave from? So I don't really know my way around, and I don't know what the lay of the land is there, whether it's high ground or low ground or whatever. But hopefully you're okay down in Jacksonville. I was Cronus's first subscriber the other day, and I think he's got another subscriber. But his camera work is really good. Like he moves it around nice and slow. Like he doesn't move it around really quickly. He's got a couple of grasshoppers maps, a couple of different printed on two different materials. So that's kind of interesting. If you go see his videos on that, it'll give you an idea of maybe there's two different versions of the map and two different materials that he uses. So if you're thinking about printing out a map, then I would recommend going and see Grasshopper's video on that and what he's written on it, and perhaps mine, and now Cronus's as well, because he gives you a lot of useful information about printing that map out. But yeah, I think he's going to have a good channel too. I don't know all the things that he's going to do. He seems to be right into customizations though, so I think we'll see a lot of good customizations. And usually when people are into customizations, they're probably going to be into house rules too, but I don't know that for sure. Anyway, hopefully these guys, both of them, I hope they get into strategy videos too, because I think people enjoy those more than anything. Um, Either strategy or gameplay. It's fun to see gameplay, like where you take a video a couple minutes at the end of each round or something. Um, that's always interesting because it kind of like it takes a long time to play. I'm in the middle of a game right now, and it's neat to just see, like you can watch in an hour something that takes 12 or 14 hours to play, but you can see the progression of where things are going, and it gives you more experience when you're looking at that. I don't know if they're going to do that, but hopefully they do. So yeah, hope you're okay in Jacksonville there, Cronus. So go check out Cronus's channel. I think you'll like it. It's Cronus 701 ANA. It's called. And I think I'll just leave uh, I'll leave links in the description box for the people. And also, I just want to mention Wildcat. I've talked to him. I've talked about him before. He's down in Augusta. I don't know how bad the storm's going to hit you, but um, I hope that you're going to be okay there as well. That's Wildcat 6305. I already talked about Wildcat in a previous video. If you haven't checked him out, then please go check him out as well. He's well spoken, and he's got a cool accent, so that's pretty neat. And those are all the people that I communicate with on an ongoing basis that I know of that are in the path of that storm. And there could be others, but and I just didn't know where they were from. I just said I knew where these people were from. So I'm wishing you guys all the best in your families, and everybody down there. It doesn't matter whether you're into Axis and Allies or not. I hope that everybody's going to be okay. And I hope you have insurance for anything that does get damaged, because that would suck to not have insurance and to have that happen. Um, I'll do one more shout out, but this isn't a person that's in the path of a storm. Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's raining over there, but this person is from somewhere in the British Isles. The channel is called Sam Kenny Enjoy It. I've been enjoying watching Sam Kenny's videos because of the accent. And I say accent, you know, but Sam Kenny is English. So Sam Kenny speaks English. It's the rest of us that speak with an accent. Just thought I'd point that out, right? Um, but yeah, it's entertaining to watch. Sam is into the 1914 game, and there's a game going on YouTube between Sam and Hunter Jones and Corpo 24 Axis and Allies. The three of them are playing a game of 1914. Like one of them takes a turn and then rolls the dice and everything for both sides or for all sides, and then uploads the video, and then the other one they do their turn and they upload the video, and they just keep doing that. It's pretty neat. Um, Hunter and Corporal already did a video like that. I think they were doing Global. I'm not sure. They were doing a different game, but now they're doing 1914. So that's a pretty neat way to do it. Hopefully, what they can do afterwards is just make a set list or something like that. So you could just go and see um, like they can link the other person's video into their set list. So, you know, just put them all in order so that at the end a person could come along and they can just click on that set list and then they can watch all the videos. That would be a good idea for all three of them to do. But what do I know, right? Also, for all of you YouTubers out there, there was one person on there. Geez, who was it? Sorry, I've forgotten. There's lots of YouTubers now, right? Who was it? I think it was Enderman. Was wondering how to upload longer videos, and some of the rest of you, like I know that you do short videos too, how to do that. And I'm not going to tell you exactly how to do it, but I didn't know anything about YouTube. I mean, I knew how to click on videos and watch them, but that was it, right? So what you can do is just type whatever you want into the search bar. Anything, absolutely anything. If there's something you don't understand, if there's something you're looking for, something you want to do, like you've seen something on somebody else's videos and you want to do that, you know, like graphics on a video or anything, just type it into the search thing and there will be a bunch of videos that come up that tell you how to do it. You just click on the first video, and if that person's voice grates your nuts, then just click on the next video. They'll tell you exactly how to do it. I like doing it that way instead of Googling it, because Googling it, then you're reading it. But if you do it on YouTube, then you can actually see. They'll show you on YouTube, like click here and do this and do that, and you know, so that's really helpful, I think. And let me see where I'm here. Holy crap, already over 13 minutes. Anyway, so that's the people that I'm giving shout outs to today. Um, I'm going to be going back to work tomorrow. If you've been watching my channel, you know that I hurt myself there at work a few weeks ago. Actually, it was 2 weeks ago today. But I just went in today and got this. You can see it's still bleeding a little bit, but my finger I'm not going to be able to do my regular job. Um, I'm also on the safety committee, so I'm going to be doing a lot of work for the safety committee for the next 6 weeks, other than my holiday where I'm going to the Grasshopper Invitational. So anyway, it's going to be good to get back to work. It was nice to have a little break, but um, not so nice when you're in a lot of pain. I tell you, you just touch your finger. You know what was really hard was putting keys into your vehicle, right? Because you do it without even thinking. That's just one of those things that you do. And just when you hit the end of it on something, that's when it hurts the most. It's like stubbing your toe really, really hard, right? It really hurts. And so I had to teach myself to put the keys in sideways like this, you know. Um, but all these things that you have to learn how to do over again, because I'm right-handed too, so I do just about everything with my right hand, and so I had to teach myself how to do things now. I should be a little better. Like I think I can roll dice with this hand now. I had a bigger bandage on before, and so that was really a pain in the ass to try to roll dice. So I've got that off now, and I should be able to. And this isn't as big either. Like the other one was just huge. I shouldn't be knocking over too many pieces now because it's just a little bit bigger than a finger now. So when I go to the Grasshopper Invitational, I won't be knocking the pieces all over the floor and everything. Or at least I hope not. If I do, then we're losing bad. I wouldn't do that anyway. Sorry. But anyway, so I'm really, really looking forward to that, and I've already talked at great length about it. But yeah, I'm looking so forward to it, and I had a couple of new players come to my house this weekend to learn. I left a note on a board in one of the game stores in town. People can go and play games there. But I've been in there a few times and I hadn't seen anybody playing Axis now. Everybody plays Magic now. You know, a card game is called Magic, and everywhere you go, people are playing Magic. And you know, you ask them, "You guys play Axis now?" And they look at you like you're, you know, how old are you? Whatever, dude. So yeah, I left a note on there, and I hadn't heard anything for a couple months, and then a couple of people responded to that ad, and so one of them didn't make it this weekend, but two other ones did, and they just loved it. They absolutely loved it. They played Axis and Allies for years, but never the global game, and so that was their first experience with that global game, and they couldn't believe how good of a game it was because they always, you know, like they were right into that game before, but you can only go so far on Classic or, you know, maybe 1942. I don't know what other versions I had. I know they both played Classic before, but you can only take that game so far, right? You get to know every space on that board and every route to take with, you know, and I remember playing that game. I must have played 100 times playing that game, and you just, it's second nature playing it. But this game, Global 40, it's so big that it's going to take years, you know, to learn everything, and even then you'll learn something new, you know, probably just about every time you play it. So they were pretty excited about that, and they can't wait to get in there and do some more gaming. We played Friday night, Sunday night, and we only got, excuse me, I think we only got about 5 rounds in. But you know, when you're learning how to play, the good thing was that they played Axis and Allies before, so the game mechanics are the same as they've always been. But there's so many more rules in Global 40, right? You know, like, oh, they'd be wanting to shoot at my planes with a transport. No, 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 no. That's an auto kill. What's an auto kill? You know, so you got to go through that. And all the different amphibious assault rules and just everything, the politics and stuff. And so it was interesting. It sure helped having Sire Blood's cards when you have new players because there's a lot of information on his cards. Uh, and so they're especially helpful with new players and for teaching. You know, rather than sitting down with a rule book and going through the whole damn thing, I just had his cards because, you know, when somebody's got the basics, the game mechanics down already, then you just there's a lot of the stuff on the rules on those little cards, and so I took a look at a card. Okay, this thing's different, and this, and then go on to the next card, and you know, so I was able to teach it to them probably in about a half an hour, to the point where we could play the game. Um, there was no test at the end or anything like that, but we played 5 rounds, 5 full rounds, and we could have just left it set up, but I think that I kind of ended the game there. There was no clear winner. I think that like I was playing the Axis, and I think that the Axis would have won, but at that point there was no clear winner. They were doing a kill Japan first thing, and the Americans never challenged the Germans at all. Uh, but they had made a few mistakes and everything, just rookie mistakes. And I didn't want to keep telling them what to do as far as strategy because they know how to play the game, and I wanted them to feel like they were in charge of what they were doing. And so I just, you know, every once in a while I'd say, okay, well, they wonder what to do with their fleet. And so I'd say, okay, well, you could take it this way, and this is why you might do that, or you take it that way, and this is why you might do that, or, you know, you could just stay right there, and this is why you might do that, you know. But I wouldn't do that for everything. And so they played their own game, and they played really well. I was not really surprised because I kind of thought that they would be good at it, but um, yeah, like Japan. I only had Yunnan once. They stacked Yunnan with the British, and I did a J1 attack just to get them into the war, right? Um, they stacked Yunnan with the Chinese, the British, and they had the Anzac guy in there as well. And yeah, like there was no way I was going to be able to take Yunnan after a couple of turns because I was rolling terrible. But I was able to turn it around because Germany um, was outrolling Russia like you wouldn't believe, and so it was just I just roll right through them. When you got before when you do your you finally do your attack, I think it went G3 on them, and so there was lots of units in there, and I just rolled through them like they weren't even there. Um, but that's kind of and in Japan, I could not like I'd have 10 guys against two and I'd lose. It's just awful. And Italy was rolling terrible, but yeah, like there's a lot of things that they didn't know, and so the next time we play, now I will play the Allies and they can play the Axis, so they can see how the Axis might have been played like I did it. Some of the things, do's and don'ts, and then I will show them the proper way to play the Allies, or it's not really the proper way, but some of the things that I was holding my tongue about, like I was just biting my tongue, like, oh, you put a complex on, So I did pretty good at not saying anything, and I think they appreciated that. So the I will play the Allies next time, and maybe we'll have some more people. But anyway, it looks like we're going to have a group of people to play up here in Prince George this winter, and that's cool. Like last winter, I didn't have anybody to play against except for a couple of people that weren't really into the game. They were just being nice to me, and that's there's not much challenge in that but these guys are really excited. Like they can't wait to come back again. They're going to come back in October after I get back from the Grasshopper Invitational, and we'll pick it up from there. And I don't see them ever wanting to stop playing that game. Whether or not they play it here is up to them, right? But I think that they're both just totally bitten by the bug, like most of you that watch this video. They're really excited about Global 40. Anyway, I don't think there's much more for me to say. For all you people that are going to be in Toronto, the people that are playing in the tournament, and everybody else, I look forward to seeing you. It's less than 2 weeks now. Um, be meeting my partner, Sire Blood. We'll be meeting in the Toronto airport for the first time, and then we're heading down to Niagara Falls for a couple days, and we'll be in Toronto on Friday night, and then we will be at the tournament Saturday morning. So you guys can all give us a lesson, or maybe we'll give you a lesson. We will find out, won't we? So take care, everyone. General Hand Grenade out.